Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another action movie night. Tonight, I will be reviewing Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, released in 1999. Written and directed by George Lucas, starring Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman, Jake Lloyd, Ian McDiarmid, Ahmed, Anthony Daniels, Kenny Baker, Pernilla August, Frank Oz, Hugh Quarshie, Samuel L. Jackson, Ray Park, Terence Stamp, and Keira Knightley. Now, when Star Wars The Phantom Menace came out in theaters, I went and seen it immediately, like a lot of people. And I exited the theater excited and happy in a lot of respects, but there were moments that I thought that George Lucas could have done a lot better. This was George's first film directing again since all the way back in 1977. So that is just unbelievable that he directed Star Wars. And that was the last time he directed until this film. And although it's cool to get George back, to write and direct a film and, give us the, prequel trilogy, because, with that whole, the original Star Wars becoming A New Hope, episode 4, and having all of that on it, that made people go, hey, we want to see parts 1, 2, and 3. And I loved the guy behind me that you can see there. I mean, Darth Maul was such a kick-ass character. I absolutely loved the way Ray Park portrayed him, the intensity he put into him, and how just badass he was as far as how skilled of a fighter he was with his double-bladed lightsaber, one of the most badass weapons in Star Wars history. And it sucks that, in my opinion, George Lucas dropped the ball when it came to Anakin. I don't think Anakin should have been made as young as he was in this. Jake Lloyd, although not as bad as the other Lloyd that I cannot stand, Danny Lloyd from The Shining. I wouldn't say Jake Lloyd is that bad, but having him be that young, it makes the character being written with some of these immature things that he's doing throughout the story. It was bad enough having an adult character with a 17 or 17, 18, whatever, that Luke Skywalker was supposed to have been in Star Wars, with the immaturities that Lucas wrote with him. But having Jake Lloyd playing Anakin Skywalker in here and making him that young, with these childish, goofy antics going on. And it does not help that this film introduces one of the most insufferable characters in film history with Ahmed Jar Jar Binks. Now, I left the theater back then just, that was the biggest disappointment about the film, was how goofy elements were with that character in there.
If you raise spoons, don't do that again.
And even the final battle, you've got this kick-ass lightsaber battle going on with Darth Maul versus Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, which both of them are phenomenal in this film as well. Great in their roles. And you're cutting away to get comic relief, goofy elements with Jar Jar in this Gungan battle against the battle droids. And it's just such a... it just kills any momentum that you have with that kick-ass sword fight that is going on. And plus, you also have a cutaway to Anakin and his goofy antics in the spacecraft. And it's just... Lucas should not have made this so kid-friendly. With as badass as that dude looks, and as badass as he was in this film deserved to be a much more dark Star Wars film. We didn't get that. Like I said, Liam Neeson is amazing as Qui-Gon Jinn. I loved his character. I was shocked by the end of this film when they ended up killing Qui-Gon off in his first freaking appearance. And then I was shocked a few moments after that when they killed Darth Maul off. I mean, this is the introductions to these characters, and George Lucas decided to kill off these two excellent characters. And, you know, I know that in the extended universe that we have now with the TV shows and everything, that Maul is revealed to still have been alive and everything. And, of course, now he's not, if you're going by the animated shows and stuff. But it's still... I think Lucas realized that moving forward with the other sequels. But yeah, I think Maul should have been around through all the way up until the third film in this before possibly being killed off. But Ewan McGregor is excellent. He just feels like he is channeling a young Alec Guinness in here as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was really impressed leaving the theaters when I saw this film for the first time after seeing his performance. And I was excited to see what we were going to get from him going forward through this trilogy here. Natalie Portman was damn good as Padme Amidala, and I thought she did a really good job for this scenes that we do get of her. When she's the queen, she is just kind of monotone and everything, but it's when she's coming out of that and basically pretending to be this servant girl, which does not fool Liam Neeson's Qui-Gon in the least. But she's great in this film. And like I said, the whole thing of making Anakin so young, because Natalie Portman's character and Jake Lloyd's character are supposed to get together later on. That's really awkward to have her be this queen, this young queen, 19, 20 years old or whatever she's supposed to be in this, and she's going to end up getting together with later on a kid that she meets when he's just a little boy. Okay, whatever, Lucas. You should have made Anakin about, 16, 17 years old, at least, in my opinion. Because it really would have mirrored Luke Skywalker to where you would have felt like, wow, Luke did have a lot of stuff that paralleled his father. But yeah, and I would have loved to have seen Hayden Christensen play him if it would have been that age range instead of bringing in Jake Lloyd to do this. It was great having Anthony Daniels and Kenny Baker back as C-3PO and R2-D2. Even though they don't get a lot to do in this, they are pretty good in their roles. Pernilla August as Shmi, Anakin's mom, is really good. She's got quite a bit of sexual tension going on there with her and Qui-Gon Jinn. There's a couple of those scenes with them. I noticed that when I went and seen this in the theaters, and man, I was halfway expecting them to just go off someplace and do something, But overall, I think Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, it has some really great elements to it. But I think it was a missed opportunity in a lot of respects by Lucas. So my final review for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace from 1999. I am going to give this film a 7.9 out of 10. The Anakin and Jar Jar elements of this film really do bring it down. When you try to make a kid-friendly Star Wars film, it just does not work, in my opinion. So, but what do you guys think of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And, as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area right now on the channel where you can request a movie, TV show, or ranking video of your choosing. And when I do that video, it will go live on the channel for all Plus members to view prior to it becoming an actual video on the channel. So if you want to get interactive, now is your opportunity. Well, that's it for another action movie night. If you missed last week's action movie night, check out the link above to get caught up on that one. And if you've missed any other videos, check out this down here where you can watch a playlist of any of our action movie nights that you have missed.